Hello and welcome to GPFL Season 2 Round 10 at Silverstone. Last time I got my first podium in the league. Hopefully I'll be able to continue that form. I've actually had to take off quite a bit of wing because I wasn't as fast down the straights as I wanted to be. So it's gonna really be quite hard through the corners, of course, with the lack of downforce. I always, coming through here, I don't know if it's Priory or Bridge, I don't really know, I get them confused. I always lose the rear, which is, even no matter how much wing I have, or how much rear wing I have, I always lose the rear through there, which is, I have to be careful. I kept spinning off in practice and in qualifying, but here we are then in qualifying then. Markers set at 1:14.5. There are drivers who will go faster than that throughout the session. This is my first lap, and it was actually my fastest lap actually, because all the other laps I just kept messing up. So 1:15.4. Not in practice for this, but in sort of off a test day, offline practice, I got a 1:14 flat, which is the fastest time I did. I was not able to replicate that because I just kept spinning off here through Max and Beckett's den on another lap. The last lap I made a mistake, obviously I'm 18 seconds down, but here I go wide for the last bit of Maggots and Beckett's. I'm going to go into the wall and that's a massive crash. Oh my days, that's a horrible way to end qualifying, but here we are then. Started the Grand Prix, I'm in 8th place, so that's not too bad to be honest. Starting not on the straight but on the cornery bits, and anyway, that's we get off then for the British Grand Prix. Bit of a rubbish start as usual. Hopefully got to be careful not to be, crash into others, because there's always a high chance of that on the first lap, opening lap of any race, especially online races. We get a good run coming out of the first corner there, which I'm up into 9th. I did start on 8th, so actually it's not a very good start at all actually. With Maggots and Beckett's, got to be very cautious. I am starting to build up my confidence in the league, but of course I still want to be as careful as possible, because if I crash into someone, I could get myself in grave trouble. Yeah, then down the hanger straight. I'm not very good with names. I should be, because this is Silverstone. Oh my days! So I think that's Benjamin going wide there. Unfortunately, the reigning champion is off into Hockenheim actually. As we go down the inside, oh, we actually have a collision there with Jake there. That's unfortunate. Luckily, we've come away from that unscathed. So it could have been worse. That was a bit ambitious going down the inside there from me, but you've got to take your chances. As I'm out with the points, and I'm right now in 8th place, and there's a lot of people racing today, 13 to be exact, to succeed there. Unlucky number 13. So it's not guaranteed that I'll get points today, but I've got points in every race by one. And I go, oh my days, where am I going? I'm going so far wide that you may as well call the... God, I don't even know actually, to be honest. We're just going to stop with that metaphor. Through, is this left field? Probably, I don't know. We're coming out the final corner now. Onto the straight, that's the end of lap 1. So one stop strategy once again today. Of course, a tyre wear usually is pretty bad on Silverstone because of the fast corners. But either way, I'm still going to do one stop because I'm a bastard. As Jake goes wide there, I take 7th place. Very lovely. And then Jeffrey there in the Benetton. I'm quite a lot faster actually. I'm quite up to him on the straight there, which is pretty nice. Through Stowe. Right behind him. Are we going to go down inside into wherever bloody corner this is? Yes. Ooh, yeah, yes. He goes wide. He leaves quite a lot of space there, so it's very generous of him. Lovely stuff. Up into the points now. P6. We'll take that every day of the week. Yes, I would look behind. We've kept the position. There's quite a lot of cars here, actually. What's going on? Here on lap 4, it's quite overcast now, so hopefully there won't be any rain coming down. Here on lap 5, Hartle goes wide there into the first corner. Lovely stuff. That'll be me up into P5. Yes, we're going to go side by side into Maggots and Beckett's here. Actually, we're still... No, we're not. We're taking position anyway. I thought we did go side by side through there, but never mind. That's a pretty lovely overtake for me. Now, Mark, of course, we're right behind him now. I did have a lot of pace on him, but that's because he was on the hard tyres. At least I think so, anyway. So, yeah, and I'm on the softs. And the tyre wear actually between the hard and the softs was not as much different as it should have been. The softs were OP as well, but look here, I lose a lot of time because I overshoot my pit box, and it takes me about 7 years to get into reverse. Oh my days, what am I doing? I've lost about 8 billion bloody years, and this is an absolute disgrace. My pit mechanic there is just giving me the thumbs up. 6.7, stop. 6.7. Anyway, I'm so sorry. We come out in P5, lovely stuff. That was our only stop off the day. Maybe I don't really want to try experimenting with 2 stops. I need to gain as many points as I can. as Perry's in the pits there. Lovely stuff. Up into P3, a podium positions here. This is great stuff. Jaden leads, of course, no surprise there. Mark is in second place. However, of course, he is on the hard tyres, so I can chase him down with 5 laps to go. But Perry's not far behind me. He's only a second and a bit, so he's going to be right on my bum side here. As we go through Maggots and Beckett's now, of course. We're skipping on to later on lap 13. I always go so far wide through this corner. It's not even a joke. Nowadays, this is the final corner. Perry in the Jordan there absolutely takes me home to the cleaners. He takes me to the cleaners, rather. As I don't even know what that saying actually means, to be honest. Through bridge here. I'm not even going to fight that because he's a lot faster than me, so I'd rather come home for some good points. And now Mark, of course, on the hard tyres, he's going to be as slow as chips because the hard tyres are not the way to go. We get really close there as we go down the inside. One of my favourite overtaking spots, looks like here. But luckily we don't touch. He left a lot of room, very generous, very kind of him. As I've got a speed advantage here, but I'm not going to make a move into bridge because that's just a death wish. As now on the penultimate lap 16 of 17, we get a good run out of Cops here into Maggots and Beckett's. We're side by side here. This is what I was on. Yeah, we're side by side. But I'm going to back out of that. I've not got the minerals to fight back. But here onto the Hangar Straight, side by side, lovely stuff. That is me up into P3. I could be a second podium in a row. But of course, Mark was on the hard tyres. But either way, the game's the game. You know what I mean? Don't hate the player, head the game, and that's a podium for me. Very happy with that one. Jaden wins. Well, that's just huge, to be honest. And Perry comes home in second place. So great stuff for him. As I'm going to come home in third place. Brilliant stuff, 4 points in the bag. That's 2 podiums in a row, and I'm very happy with that one. I'm really gaining some positions in the Drivers' Championship now, despite missing the first few races, and I'm really happy with this. I'm not the fastest, but I'm bringing in the results, and I'm quite happy. What the bloody hell is going on here? I mean, right, okay, so Jaden and Casey have had a bit of a... Well, let's not even discuss what's happened there. I could get myself demonetised. There we go. Here are the results. And I need to go revise for an exam.